Hello everyone, I return later than intended with a speed build of a Roman bathhouse. I know this has been done to death by about 50,000 people, probably not that many, but hey, hyperboles make the world go round. But I wanted to do it too, because I'm unoriginal. No, partly. But no, I just felt like making a Roman bath. I think it's pretty cool. I remember when I got Jungle Adventure and I took my Sims to Salvadorada just to, you know, look around. Like, I've said this before, but I don't really play The Sims excessively. I do a bit, but I mostly build. Because, I don't know why I feel the need to justify it, because I need to. It keeps me calm. But then I decorate, which ruins the whole process, because I'm bad at that. But I'm getting distracted. What was I saying? Yeah, so I don't actually play The Sims excessively. But I did want to try out Salvadorada, because I knew you could go, like, dungeon crawling. Well, that's not the right word for it, but, you know, you can explore the tombs and stuff. I don't know what to call them. But you know what I'm talking about, I hope. If not, don't know why you're here, really. But yeah, so I tried that out. And it was actually really fun. Far better than Granite Falls. I really like the whole cabin thing in Granite Falls. I really love making cabins. Those were pretty much exclusively what I made. That was actually just before I started recording videos to put up on YouTube. I often exclusively built cabins because I just think they're adorable and I would love to live in one, in a very secluded area, on top of a really tall mountain that has high enough altitude and a steep enough climb that no one would ever bother to come visit me. That sounds ideal. Love to be a hermit. Perfect life. Tom and I were actually pretty much talking about that earlier. In fact, I think we talk about that nearly every day. But I guess we wouldn't be hermits because we'd be together. But close enough. Anyway, so no one could come visit us. Perfect. That's the life I'm about. And plus living in a high altitude, you know, maybe I could train myself to get rid of my asthma. Be, you know, less weak sounding after 2 minutes of climbing up a slight incline. Anyway, that went totally off the point. So yeah, tried out Salvadorada for the gameplay. Really liked exploring the tombs and stuff. Nearly died a few times. I was really prepared. I bought stuff from the market, but my sim still got covered in horrifying king splotches and of death and all that. I'm gonna have to cut that bit of the video. It just showed up, I tabbed down. I was listening to the Herb soundtrack. You know, the Black Eyed Peas. That's so weird, right? Did anyone... Bless you, Tom! Do you want to be part of the video, Tom? No. You sneezed. Bless you. It's okay, bless you.
So sorry.
It's okay. I still love you. Everyone still loves you. I mean, they don't know you, but I'm sure they like you. If you hear clicking in the background, Tom is playing WoW, gathering herbs, doing a style contest, so if you hear clicking, it's that. Very intense. He's voguing. Anyway, what are we talking about? Not that. What was I talking about? Oh, why do I do this in every single video? I hate me. Yeah, I really don't know what I was saying. But anyway, you know when your Sims get sick, and they get those weird splotches and tiger stripes on their skin, don't you think that looks really disgusting? I don't know what it is. I'm not, like, put off by many things. I can hear quite disgusting stuff and see kind of gross things, and I'll be like, yeah, that's pretty grim, and continue eating. But for some reason I think those weird skin details are really gross. Not the ones in Salvadorada, but just the general sickness when they're covered in those browny orangey spots. I just think that looks disgusting. It's really... That's not okay. Alright, I remember what I was saying. Yeah, so I have to cut that bit out of the video. I tabbed down to check the soundtrack I was listening to, and I was listening to the Herb soundtrack. I think I brought this up in a recent video, maybe, I don't know. Or maybe I just talk to myself about things and think that I've said it to real living people. I mean, I am a real living person. But...
Yeah, you got him.
Wait, what?
Good job, robot.
Robot, yes, that's what I am. Not a lizard. Never a reptilian. Yes. No one will ever know. I would like to have a pet reptile. I'd like a lizard, an iguana maybe. Would you like any reptiles or anything? Would you ever? No? You don't like lizards? No? Tom doesn't seem to want that. He looks uncomfortable.
Frog?
They're amphibians!
Oh, I like frogs.
Okay. I do too.
I like turtles.
Me too.
Are they reptiles?
I think
Are
so.
they amphibians?
No, they're not amphibians.
What about tortoises? Are they reptiles?
I think so. Now I feel stupid because I'm not totally sure.
Which one? Turtles are the tortoises.
Turtles! I love turtles.
Tortoises are the ones that spend too long on the land route. That's why they're too big and they're lazy.
Yeah, I would be a tortoise. Or a turtle. I don't know what I'd be. Whichever one is lazier, I'd be that. I don't know if any of you have ever gone to London Zoo. I've been there a couple times. We've not been in a while. Last time we went, it was for my birthday a couple years ago, and the night before we went to the zoo, I fell down one stair, and I sprained my ankle really bad, but I thought it was fine. I landed on it so weirdly, falling down literally one single step. So I was like, oh, it can't be that bad. It was one stair. And then we walked for about 20 minutes to go grab some food up the road and walked back. And it was a bit swollen. Looked kind of bad, but we were like, oh, it's fine. It's cool. Just put some ice on it. It's fine. And the next day, it wasn't really hurting a lot. So we went out to the zoo, which involved walking around the entire day. And we got home. It was hard to get my shoe off because my ankle was so swollen, and then there was this weird shiny bruise and too much liquid stuck in my ankle. It looked pretty gross. Yeah, and everyone here loves the NHS and everything, you know, long live the NHS. But they kind of kept saying I was fine, and then 3 years later we found out I had no ligament in my ankle, and so it's always going to be really weak. And they were like, well, not much you can do about that, sorry, see ya. So I just try to work it out and keep it kind of... It's fine. Like, if I walk for a really long time it hurts a bit, but it's not an issue really. It's more annoying than anything because it feels a lot weaker than my right ankle. But yeah, that was fun. And I did it because I fell down one step. If I fell down a flight of stairs it would have felt justified, but it was one step. It's so stupid. I hate me a lot. So yeah, that's the moral. Never leave your bedroom because you'll fall down one stair and lose your ligaments forever. I'm not even athletic, and that's happened to me. Like when I finally got something done about it, the physio I saw was like, yeah, this happens quite often actually. And I was like, really? And what sort of people does it happen to? And he was like, well, usually athletes or really old people. And I was like, cool, good. I'm neither. So that's a fun thing. Good times. We all love losing ligaments. Anyway, the structure's kind of done. It's quite simple. I just wanted bridges with big rooms, so we kind of use it as a spa. I couldn't change the lot type because we build this in the Bluffs in Windenburg. So it's just listed as, I don't know what lot type it is called, but it's one that you can't change, basically. It's a default thing. Yeah. But we treat it as a spa, and I stick in some spa stuff. I try to make it look... I want it to look authentic, so it still looks old and preserved, but the kind of preserved when people make it into kind of a business, you know? So on their website it probably says untouched Roman grounds or something stupid, when actually there's fresh new modern spa equipment inside, and you're like, how untouched is this again? It looks pretty touched up. But it's still, like, that pool in the centre is meant to be the untouched part, so like, I tried to make that waterfall look authentic, okay? I did my best. Do not judge me because I'm bad at it. It is my fault, but I tried. An attempt was made, believe it or not. We even put rocks there to hide the fountain bits. I don't know what to say. The bits at the bottom. I stick rocks under the water as well, which I'm kind of doing now, just to make it look less like the rocks are somehow magically floating on top, because that's just not how it works, because gravity exists. So yeah. That's about it. But yeah, so this bit is the, you know, the big actual bath area. It's a mixed bath. You can go naked if you want, but you don't have to. I watched, because it was recommended to me, I watched a video about someone who went to a Japanese spa quote-unquote theme park. It's not a theme park, it's just called that because it kind of makes sense. I mean, you could just call it a spa, but I guess it's meant to be an attraction thing as well. They have baths that are meant to be attractive to tourists, so there's a wine bath and a coffee one and a sake one, I think. Maybe another one, I forget. But they're all watered down, so you don't drink the water, because I mean people are bathing in it, which is kind of gross, but in the wine bath and coffee one they throw wine and water on you, I mean coffee on you to drink and to get on your skin because it's good for you, supposedly. Don't know how good. I think it's more an experience than an actual skin care thing, but you can do it. The baths I like most in the video was like on an observation deck, and you could just look out and see some beautiful mountains and pretend you're not surrounded by dozens of other naked people. So yeah, that looks nice. And then there's an actual naked area. They're not naked in those areas. The observation deck outside, people wear costumes, it's all good. There is a naked area though. Don't know if I'd be comfortable there, but everyone's probably minding their own business, I hope, maybe, I don't know though. But hey, it exists. If you type in Japanese spa theme park, it will come up. It's just kind of cool. I don't think I'd go in the wine bath. I feel like apparently it doesn't stain your skin, but I just don't like wine or the smell of it. Coffee though, I probably would do that. If only for the free coffee. What were we saying? So yeah, and then in the centre of the big pool, there's that smaller one, which we put the get-together bubble stones at the bottom of, so it looks like a, what's the word? Carbonated pool. In Japan there are naturally carbonated pools you can find, I think in Kyoto, but you might have to Google that because I can't fully remember and I probably should have looked it up beforehand, but hindsight does nothing for anyone ever. But yeah, those are meant to be carbonated pools, so they're bubbly. And then there's just sort of decorative smaller pools around them, which I'm just using them for roleplay. You can pretend they all have different herbal infusions in them. Inside, later, haven't done it yet, obviously, because they're all pitch black, but inside it's just spa sort of stuff. It's mostly just roleplay decor. So one room has foot baths, which are pools, and your Sims are meant to sit on the sides and just stick their feet in. It's just meant to be foot baths. I thought that was a neat idea. It looks the part, but if it's not functional enough for you gameplay-wise, just replace it with some stuff from Spa Day, or some sofas to chill on, or a shower room, whatever. But it's meant to be a foot bath area, and it looks kind of cute. I just wanted it to, just like I said, look the part. Another room is sort of the reception area. You go in, they hand you a towel, and then they're like, just go explore the grounds and stick your body in whatever water you want. Please don't get naked though. That'd be weird. No, you can. Like I said, you can get naked here. It's all good. If you want. Other rooms. So on the ground floor, it's the reception, foot bath area, and then the back two rooms are both sort of meant to be indoor herbal pools, where you can also sit down and chill out. Then upstairs there's like another reception-y sort of area, and you can actually swim from there's balconies going to everywhere, but one of the balconies is a pool, so you can swim across the balcony, which I thought was cute, into a spa-y area where you can get foot massages, hand massages, or whatever. That's what those chairs do, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. So there's that. You can get massages, and then go sit in herbal water for a while. I've never been to a spa, don't judge if that's not how things happen, but that's the sort of thing you do. Massages, herbal infused water places, right? Yeah. I have made spas in The Sims though. I've seen my Sims do that. I've just never done it myself, mostly because I find it kind of awkward, and also because, well, no, I say mostly, kind of because I'd find it embarrassing and awkward, mostly because it's expensive and I'm poor. So yeah, we stick these little fountains on the side so it looks like fresh water is constantly coming out. So that's nice, even though I think the jungle adventure water is meant to be less herbal looking water, more just untouched jungle pondish river water, but hey, it's whatever, it's fine. Imagination is a good thing to have. One second, let me sip my water. Okay, sorry. I think when I'm doing these videos, I talk louder than I normally do. And it actually really hurts my throat. I'm not used to talking this much. That sounds really sad, but like, okay, listen, don't judge me. I work from home. I only ever really talk to Tom and our cats. I don't talk very much. So it hurts my throat when I do. In A-levels I did drama, mostly because, okay, no, it's a long explanation, let's not get too much into it, but I chose to do drama as one of my A-levels because I did 4, and they were like, what extra one do you want to do? And because I'm dumb, I didn't do a science when I should have, and I was like, okay, I'll do drama as an extra thing. Because I did 3 other ones that are a bit more practical, essay-based, and the drama was more practical. And I mostly did it because a family member was like, oh, don't do drama, it's useless, it's so you're stupid if you do that. And I was like, okay, yeah, I'll do drama because screw that person. So I did, and it was really fun. I loved it a lot, and I'm really glad I did it. But my god, it was hard to talk that loudly for that amount of time, and in a lot of plays we performed, I had to shout. Like, we did one based on Pussy Riot, but we had to censor the name, so we were called Kitty Chaos in the play, which it sounds weirdly cutesy, and it's you know, a bit undermining, but whatever. So we had to wear balaclava, I can't say the word, balaclava, you know, the face masks. Yeah, that was a time. I don't know. It was eventful. I'm pretty sure I have it on DVD, or I don't know, I'm pretty sure somewhere. I don't know if I can ever watch it again because it's pretty cringy, but it exists. Tom came to see it. He also did drama. He was a year above me, but we were in the same lit class because I did my first year of lit kind of early in a way. Like I said, it's a weird, convoluted story. But we're in the same literature class, but he also did drama. So, yeah. And when there were rumours about us going out, our drama teacher said to me, please just don't distract him because he has performances coming up, and I was like, we're not even, that's not a thing. And it wasn't at the time, so okay. Anyway, moving on. We're just putting decorative moss into the bath, because who doesn't want to swim around some lovely moss? I'm sure though that people working here will say, yeah, that's really good for your skin. It has antioxidants and it really is a good detox. And you're like, really? And they're like, yeah, totally. So go take your sims to go swim around moss. Anyway, so here we are just using half walls to make it look more dilapidated, because it is meant to be an ancient bathhouse that's been really well preserved, honestly, but it still has some wear and tear, and thankfully it's not been so touched up that it doesn't even look the same way anymore. Unrelated really, but you know the Tower of London? A lot of that was actually ruined a long time ago, so large portions of it were rebuilt over time. Not really during modern days, but back in the Tudor era. I don't take my word on this, but I'm pretty sure Henry VIII ordered a lot of it to be rebuilt. Was it 8th? I think. Don't like to write this down or anything, I'm not that reputable a source, but I think Henry VIII ordered a lot of it to be rebuilt after a lot of it was destroyed or just in really bad condition. So what's the oldest part? I think the chapel had to be rebuilt, but it was done so to look the way, like to be preserved, so look the way it was meant to before any of its wear and tear happened. Oh, over there, where that wall we just kind of ruined. That's where we knock down those tiny bits of wall and take down that window, and you can just swim across that little passageway, which I think is cute. That's the sort of stuff I always really wanted to happen, like... Okay, that sentence made no sense. But as a kid, I always wanted the world to flood, so you had to swim or boat everywhere. And so I think that's really cute. You go up to this second reception area, and you can walk across to the other room if you want and just walk around, or you could just swim across to the other side. Oh, and downstairs you can see, to the left right now, there's that fountain in the middle of the water. It's kind of a chill-out area, but you are also allowed to swim in it. It's really just meant to be a peaceful, tranquil area. You can go there to, I don't know, nap, or chat, or eat. I don't know. Whatever you want. It's your game. Yeah, I just wanted to tear up some walls, make it look a bit dilapidated and run down, but not left to rot. Preserved in a way that retains its authenticity. We use these tiles from Jungle Adventure as a pathway around the entire venue. Only downstairs, I think, though. But yeah, it doesn't stick out too much, but it's just a little guide to show you where you can go. It doesn't get in the way of anything, though. And then there's this massive staircase. This is where the first reception area will go. But yeah, so that's really it. Good stuff. The reception area is kind of small, but I did want it to look like... I wanted it to look as if they've really retained the old shape of it, and so they've kind of integrated their newer stuff into the old stuff without moving the older parts around. So they've not torn anything down or moved anything or changed much, they've just inserted their new furniture into the place without taking away from the authenticity of it, if that makes any sense at all. Probably not. I tried, kind of. I don't know. Anyway, I don't really have much to say about the build, so I'll just ramble about stuff you don't care about. I'm sure you'll, if you don't want to listen to me, you can feel free to mute. I don't know how many people actually make it to this part of the video anyway. I wouldn't listen to me for this long, so if you have, thank you. People don't normally listen to me for this long. I'm kidding. No, well, Tom does. And actually, no, I was going to say my cats also do. My cats don't. They listen to me for about a minute and then they'll meow and walk off somewhere and expect me to help them with something or follow them to go stare at a moth. Speaking of helping cats out though, our kitten, Bucky, I say kitten, he is a cat now. He's 2 and a bit. He'll be 3... Actually no, it's still quite a while until his next birthday. He's 2 and nearly a half. But yeah, so we live in an area where a lot of people have cats. Tons of people have cats around here. And there is one cat that towers above all cats in the area. Oh, by the way, this room we're working on right now, this is the foot bath area. All the baths are different. There's that one that looks like a wine bath. I mean, I made this after watching that spa video, so maybe that is a wine bath. Put your Sims' feet in some wine. Maybe it's good for them. We'll find out. There's one with pedals, which is cute. Then there's that green one, which is probably a hot bath with salts in. And then there's a dark green one, which has something else in it. Who knows what? I don't know much about skincare. If I did, I wouldn't currently have a massive spot in the middle of my forehead. I got that on my birthday, by the way. Happy birthday, Catherine. You now have this massive growth in the middle of your forehead that looks so big that it's going to take control of your brain. No, really, it looks alive. No, it's going away now, and this is disgusting. I'm sorry. We were talking about cats, and I started talking about my disgusting spot. I'm sorry. But yeah, so there's one cat in this area that towers above all other cats. We call him Smokey. He is huge. Like, he's kind of chubby, but I don't just mean he's large. I don't just mean he's fat. He is just an all-around massive cat. I don't know if he's part something else, but I've never seen a cat as big as him. He is massive. I don't know how many of you have seen The Cat Returns or Whisper of the Heart, but you know Muta in that, the really big white one? He looks like that, but with grey on him instead of brown patches. He is huge. Anyway, he's a bit weird. So last week, our cat Bucky was outside and they were kind of playing, but at one point Smokey lunged at Bucky and Bucky ran off. So I was like, okay, better stay close. Don't know if that was playing or attacking. And then he went for him again and Bucky hissed at him because Bucky's tiny. We thought he was going to be massive because he has weirdly oversized paws that don't fit his body. But no, he's quite small. So yeah, poor Bucky. Anyway, and then Smokey lunged at him again, and so I was like, hey, none of that, none of that. Okay, go away, Smokey cat. Don't hurt my precious baby. So I walked Bucky back to our house, and then I carried him back. I mean, but then a couple minutes later he went out, and they sat kind of nearby each other, and I was like, oh, maybe I should have left them alone. Maybe they were just playing. So I felt bad. But then 2-3 days ago, Smokey cat came to hang out outside our house, and Bucky was sitting near him and they was just having a staring contest, and I was like, better not intervene this time because I think they were just playing. But they were staring at each other for a long time, and then eventually Bucky hissed at him again, and Smokey cat got that, started making those movements where cats normally pounce on something, like he was low to the ground and shaking his butt. And I was like, are you trying to go after my baby? You better not, bruh. I will fight you. So I sat directly between them so they couldn't see each other anymore. And then the Smokey cat lunged around me and tried to whack Bucky, but Bucky's really small and quick. So he bolted towards the door and Smokey cat tried to follow him in, and I was like, hey, no. You are not allowed in there. You can't follow him in. Go on, scoot. But he actually he tried to hit his butt, and it looked like they were honestly fighting, and Bucky seemed actually scared. He's quite a coward. Like, our cat Gizmo, she's 15? 14? I think 14. And she's tiny. She is so small. She was the runt of the litter when she was born, and she's always had some things wrong with her and stuff. Like, not illnesses, but like she has a scar from a fight with a squirrel when she was a baby. So her eye isn't in the greatest condition. And she's so small, and she has dewdrop paws, and she's lovely. But she will fight. She would mess that cat up. But Bucky doesn't have that mentality. He doesn't want to fight. He's scared. He's easily scared. Like, sometimes if you're sitting still for a long time and then you suddenly move, he'll just run under the table and cower. He's a scaredy cat. He really is. He's very cute though. He's lovely. He's not scared of people though. Just mostly other animals, cats, dogs, everything. Everything. Although he did catch a mouse recently, which wasn't that nice. But he is a scaredy cat. But yeah, so Smokey tried to come in the house and we couldn't allow that because, you know, it's Bucky and Gizzy's domain and we don't want to mess with that. So he had to leave. He is a very cute cat though. He's so fluffy and soft. He's really pretty. But yeah, there's lots of cats around here. There's this really, really cute black one. She's so floofy and small. She's tiny. I don't know if she's a kitten, because I've seen her around here for a good few years. But she's so small. And she follows me. And she follows Tom. She's so sweet, and she'll let you pet her for a long time. Like, Bucky and Gizzy don't like being pet for a long time, and if you pick them up, they're kind of like, oh, stop, I don't want to, leave me alone. But this black cat's so friendly. Like, my cats neglect me. It's not on. I used to have a cat who'd sit on my lap all the time, and both my cats now don't like that. They really like kind of being left alone. They don't mind you petting them, but don't do it for too long because it gets annoying, that sort of thing. Ungrateful little poos. Anyway, yeah, this is the most modern area of the build, I think. This is the spa area where you can chill out, smell some incense, get some hand massages. Yeah. There's some old pots here as well. I didn't want it to look too modern, so I just threw in some old, worn-out looking pots and things. And it's just artifacts, kind of. If I was there and I saw that golden plate, I'd be like, oh, that's totally fake. But maybe I'm just too jaded. But my favourite part of this entire build is just that, that bit right to the right of the screen right now, where you can swim across that not bridge. Kind of. I tried to make it a waterfall. It's clearly not. If it was, you couldn't swim across it. but I try. An attempt was made. Anyway, it was my birthday recently, so I'm old and dying slowly. Yesterday I went out with a few friends to a restaurant for a belated birthday thing. Have any of you heard of Sketch in London? So me and one of my friends wanted to try it out for a long time, mostly for the bathrooms, okay? If you look up Sketch, just check out their bathrooms. They're in eggs. Very odd. Quite surreal. I watched a video about the guy who owns the place, and I think he pretty much says, we did it for the sake of it being weird, honestly. I mean, yeah. It's that kind of place, it's artsy. Just outside the door of the place, there's like this dog statue, kind of, hanging off the wall, and it's missing most of its snout. But I think it's meant to be that way because it's such a clean looking cut. It doesn't look like it had fallen off over time or had a rock thrown at it, which is what would happen if this restaurant was near where I lived. It looked like it was meant to look that way because it's just an artsy place, and my friend said every 3 months they replace the art up on the walls. Before we went there was this, like, can I say this? I mean, I'm not sponsored by anything, so it doesn't matter. But, so, the last exhibition thing, I don't know if to call it an exhibition, but the art they had up on the walls a few months ago was like a sex exhibit theme thing. When we went now, I don't know what to call the theme that was there, but, for example, one of the paintings was just something that vaguely resembled a gorilla, or maybe just a very hairy man. I don't know. And it just had the words, "I stink," next to it. So maybe I'm just too stupid or uneducated for this art, or maybe I'm the one who stinks. But I wasn't that keen on that. And then there was a bottle of ink, I don't know, which also just had the word stink on it. I don't know what, like, at least with the sex paintings, you know what they are. But with this, I wasn't sure what it was conveying, but doing art for GCSEs really ruined art galleries for me. Like, I enjoy sort of Turner's art, you know, just really pretty landscape paintings. But this, not my thing. Anyway, we're gonna go head into the tour. Sorry about talking about sex paintings for a while. But we're going into the tour now, so I hope you like the baths. Check it out. You can get it from the gallery now. My ID is blossombombs. See you next time. Bye. As always, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye!